this is me, Mary C., coming to you with another video. I wanted to bring something to your attention. Have you ever seen this movie called Soylent Green? If you have not, look it up and watch it. It's really, really interesting. The devil always puts his plans in movies. So research this movie, Soylent Green. The movie came out in 1973, but it's based in New York in the year 2022. The city is heavily overpopulated, and they don't have enough food to feed the growing population. So a company named Soylent Green is producing a new food for the famine. And this food is made out of dead humans. Well, family, we don't really know what we're eating, do we? We don't really know what we're eating. So, along with dealing with possible forced mandates, and you know what I'm talking about, we're also facing a shortage of food. And they keep saying that we're living in a world that's overpopulated. I don't know that I really buy that, but that's what they say. And our pricing on food and supplies keep rising. I hope I'm wrong about this, but for some reason, probably because of biblical prophecies, I don't think I am. So, people, when they can't get the things that they need, basic things like food and water and shelter, they will become violent. That's where we get our riots from. Will civil war erupt? Will they continue to go ahead with the them against us situation, trying to start a race riot, trying to divide? We know that if they divide us, they can conquer. If you have an opportunity to get this movie and watch it, because again, the devil always puts his plans in movies. So in this movie, Charlton Heston is a police officer doing an investigation on a murder. He does not know that the food that they have been buying and consuming have been dead people. And that's what this movie is pretty much all about. He goes through the different twists and turns, and it is finally exposed that Soylent Green is people. So cannibalism is introduced as a means for humankind to avoid starvation, if you will. And the only time eating human flesh is mentioned in the scriptures, it's always linked with sin and God's judgment. So look at where we are in society today. We are up to our eyeballs in sin. It's everywhere. It's on television. It's in the movies. It's in the music videos. The kids' shows aren't even safe anymore. So we are more than pre-qualified for the Father's judgment. It happened before, and it will happen again. There is nothing new under the sun. And we have to keep repeating this to ourselves. There is nothing new under the sun. Back in the biblical days, it is said that Israelites and other people alike ate their young ones because of starvation. So let me share with you Leviticus 26:29. You will eat the flesh of your own sons and daughters, and you shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. Deuteronomy 28:53. Then you shall eat the offspring of your own body, the flesh of your sons and of your daughters, whom the Lord your God has given you, during the siege and the distress by which your enemy will oppress you. Ezekiel 5:10. Therefore, fathers shall eat their sons in your midst, and sons shall eat their fathers. And I will execute judgments on you, and any of you who survive I will scatter to all the winds. Jeremiah 19:9. And I will make them eat the flesh of their sons and their daughters, and everyone shall eat the flesh of his neighbor in the siege and in the distress with which their enemies and those who seek their lives afflict them. Is this where we're headed? Is this why some people on YouTube say that there is a war against farmers, meat farmers? Do we know who is really behind the plant-based alternatives that have been offered to us? Do we know anything about this bioengineered food that they're putting in front of us that we're not even paying attention to? We don't know what we're eating. If you don't grow it yourself, you don't pick it yourself, and you don't can it or preserve it yourself, you don't know what you're eating. And that goes for all of us. We're really taking a chance when we buy our food products outside of our home. We go out and we buy our products from the different brands. We are taking our chances. And may the Father above have mercy on us all. So we have the food scarcity right now due to natural disasters. And then I don't know if some of what has been said is conspiracy theories or the truth that it has been planned. I don't know. But nevertheless, we are facing a crisis when it comes to our food. We are facing a crisis. And it sounds like it's not just the food, it will be the water as well. So we need to wake up. We need to think about what's going on around us. We need to open our eyes, and we need to think, could we be facing, based on what you've heard so far and what you have seen in the movies, and a lot of them are really telling us what is to come. I mean, why are there so many zombie movies out there? What are they trying to tell us? What are they trying to tell us? So, there is another scripture I want to share with you that is in the Bible, and that is from Zechariah, and it's Zechariah 14:12 and 13. This is the plague with which the Lord will strike all nations that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh will rot while they are still standing on their feet. Their eyes will rot in their sockets, and their tongues will rot in their mouths. On that day, people will be stricken by the Lord with great panic. They will seize each other by the hand and attack one another. So what are your thoughts? Are we entering into the days of Soylent Green? Or will it look more like traveling through the days of The Walking Dead? Or maybe a little bit of both. Let me know. What are your thoughts?